Cast it or carry it. The leadership choice that changes everything. There's a burden you're carrying right now, and it might be invisible to others, but it's heavy all the same. The pressure of leading a team, providing for your family, meeting deadlines, battling self-doubt, or maybe just trying to hold it all together. You know the weight. And if you're honest, you've probably convinced yourself it's just part of the job, part of being strong. But there's a question that breaks through the noise. Are you carrying something you were never meant to carry? The burden and the blueprint. Psalm 55:22 is not just an ancient piece of spiritual poetry. It's a blueprint for sustainable leadership and purposeful living. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. This isn't a vague spiritual suggestion, it's a clear command. The Hebrew word for cast means to throw, hurl, fling, shed. Not gently hand off, not place delicately. Throw it like your life depends on it, because it does. And what are we casting? Our burden. Not just the chaos we caused, but everything placed into our hands, assignments, responsibilities, battles, even blessings that have grown too heavy to hold. This verse doesn't say cast your sins or cast your mistakes, though those matter too. It says, cast what has been assigned to you. Yes, even the good things you've been entrusted with can crush you if you try to carry them without help. The David Principle. Pressure meets surrender. King David wrote this during one of the darkest moments of his leadership. He wasn't being attacked by strangers. He was betrayed by a close friend. Someone he trusted. Someone he walked with to worship. The emotional tension of Psalm 55 is familiar to anyone who has ever led anything meaningful. It's not the enemy on the outside that takes you down. It's the pain on the inside that wears you out. And yet, in the middle of betrayal, David models something so few leaders are willing to do. He casts. He doesn't bottle it up. He doesn't plot revenge. He doesn't hold a strategy meeting. He flings his pain, pressure, and heartbreak to the only one who can sustain it. That's the move we all need to learn. Leaders break when they refuse to release. Let's speak plainly, especially if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, pastor, or professional who carries influence. Your downfall won't come from burnout alone. It'll come from pride. The kind of pride that whispers, "I've got this." The kind that says, "It's weak to ask for help." The kind that smiles through stress and calls it strength. That mindset is toxic, and it's costing you far more than you realize. In the boardroom, it shows up as reactive decisions, leadership fatigue, or strained relationships. At home, it surfaces as emotional distance, missed moments, or an edge in your voice that wasn't there before. In your soul, it manifests as anxiety, guilt, or the slow erosion of joy. And here's the truth no one told you in your last leadership seminar. You were never designed to carry it all. The power of professional surrender. Let's connect this to the business world for a second. You've got responsibilities, yes, but God has a role in your leadership too. He's not just the God of Sunday mornings. He's the God of spreadsheets, hiring decisions, broken partnerships, and expansion strategies. And if you don't invite Him into your burdens, you're running your mission with a limited power supply. Imagine a CEO who refuses to delegate. He ends up bottlenecking the entire company. That's you when you refuse to cast your burdens. You become your own biggest liability. Casting isn't lazy. It's not spiritual escapism. It's alignment. It's leadership fueled by divine strength rather than sheer willpower. It's trusting that God will sustain you, not just in theory, but in practical ways. Insight, provision, peace, stamina, and clarity that no human brainstorming session can manufacture. The sustainability equation. Here's what Psalm 55:22 promises in plain language. Cast your burden on God, intentional surrender. He will sustain you, supernatural support. He will never let you be moved, spiritual steadiness under pressure. That's sustainability, not in the eco-friendly sense, but in the deeply human, soul-level sense. Sustainability isn't about maintaining output. It's about preserving integrity. It's about staying rooted when the winds of betrayal, burnout, or disappointment blow hard. God's version of sustainability is this: you stand because I hold you. How to cast with clarity. Let's get practical. You're busy. You've got meetings. You're juggling expectations. So, how do you actually cast your burden? Name it. You can't cast what you won't admit. Get brutally honest. What's weighing me down today? Fling it. Don't file it. Casting means you're not keeping a backup copy. Don't surrender it to God at 6 a.m. and take it back by 6 p.m. Trust the process. The outcome may not change overnight, but your ability to withstand it will. Repeat daily. Burdens are like email. They keep coming. Make casting part of your rhythm, not a rare emergency measure. And here's a bonus mindset shift. Casting is a leadership discipline. It keeps your soul light so your vision can stay clear. What you should internalize. At the deepest level, this is not just about stress relief. It's about spiritual ownership. It's about asking, who do I really believe is carrying my life? When you live like it all depends on you, you rob God of the opportunity to be your sustainer. But when you cast, you're declaring that His shoulders are stronger than yours. And that declaration changes how you lead, love, parent, partner, and plan. One final challenge. You can carry it or you can cast it, but you can't do both. One leads to burnout, the other leads to a breakthrough. So here's my challenge to you today. Throw it farther than you ever have before. Throw your burden so far into God's hands that you don't even remember how to pick it back up. Let today be the day you lead lighter, live freer, and trust deeper. You weren't made to be crushed by the weight of your own calling. You were made to cast it and stand. Now go lead with a lighter soul. The world needs that version of you.